Ang una nating gagawin is to design the stem. And syempre, itong stem, nagbe-behave ito as singly reinforced cantilever beam. Wherein, ito siya nakatayo, tapos yung uniform load niya or yung load na nagkokos ng moment is yung lateral earth pressure. At ang magkokos ng moment would be P1 and P2, that is coming from the surcharge Q sub S and the unit weight of soil. Tapos, ang bakal na magre-resist ng moment would be ito, DB1, which is the stem face vertical reinforcement. Okay, so ang una nating sosolvein ay yung K sub A, tapos ito mga pressure diagrams, and then yung area, and then we proceed to singly reinforced beam. So, let us solve K sub A. This is 1 minus sine phi divided by 1 plus sine phi. And then, yung polygon which is based on the surcharge, which is based on the soil unit weight. Ang base nito, base ng triangle is unit weight times H minus C times K sub A. Okay? And then, ang height nitong triangle is hanggang dito lang. Kasi, ang dinedesign natin is yung stem. And then, ang base naman nitong rectangular polygon is surcharge times K sub A. Or, pwede nating i-convert itong surcharge into its equivalent height of soil. Ngayon, ang equivalent height ng soil is H1. Okay, which is equal to surcharge divided by unit weight. Kaya, going back to the triangle now, ang area ng triangle which is equal to P1 would be unit weight times the quantity H minus C squared times Ka divided by 2. Tapos, etong due to surcharge, your area would be unit weight times H1 times Ka times the height. No? Ito ngayon, H minus C. Remember na yung H1 is yung equivalent height. Q sub S all over unit weight. And then, we are now ready to solve for the MU. Take note na ang lever arm ng P1 ay 1/3 of H minus C. Tapos, ang lever arm naman ng P2 ay H minus C all over 2. So, M sub U is equal to P1 times the lever arm times 1.6 plus P2 times lever arm times 1.6. After which, ide-design natin yung stem as singly reinforced beam na cantilever with a unit base or width of 1 meter. Okay, unit width yan. And then, ang effective depth T, D is equal to thickness of wall T minus clear cover minus dB1 all over 2. After that, we can now solve for R sub U, which is MU all over 0.9 BD square. And then, punta tayo ngayon dito sa Excel. So, ito yung ating P1. Ayan, which is, ito yung equation niya. And then, yung P2. Ayan. Actually, itong P2 ay ginamit ko yung surcharge Q sub S times K sub A times H minus C. Which is, ganito rin ang kalalabasan nun. Okay, so, i-try natin ito, no? So, that is equal to, so, gayahin natin to, unit weight, which is this, times H1, but H1 is equal to QS or surcharge divided by unit weight of soil. Then, close, times K sub A, ito, times H minus C. H minus C, and then close. Okay, so parehas lang sila, 7.54. Actually, yung Q sub S, yung unit weight ay magka-cancel lang yan, no? Ito, so unit weight, tapos H1, may unit weight din dun. So, ang kalalabasan yan is surcharge pa rin times K sub A pa rin. Okay, guys, so, ayan. Now, let's go back to our R sub U. So, ito na siya, R sub U. That is equal to mu divided by 0.9 BD squared. Then, ito si D. Okay? Naka-refer siya sa DB1. And then, from here, general equations na ng singly reinforced beam wherein we first compute the AS. Ngayon, yan ay nakakonect dito sa DB1 tsaka yung S1. Yung 1,000 divided by S1 will give you the number of pieces per meter strip. And then, computein natin si required draw. And then, you check natin kung si required draw is greater than if required draw is greater than raw minimum. Ngayon, si raw minimum is 0.0034 which is greater than required draw. Kaya, fail itong required draw. So, we have to use recomputed raw which is equal to the maximum of these two conditions. Okay, so check natin. 4/3 times raw minimum, times raw, required raw is 0.0021. Pero ang raw minimum is 0.0034. Therefore, ito ang mag-govern. Kaya, ang nakalagay dito ay 0.0034. Ito yun, which is your raw minimum. Now, we compare this required raw with our actual steel ratio. Yan. So, actual steel ratio is AS all over BD. Now, this is greater than the required and raw max is greater than the actual steel ratio. Kaya, okay na siya. After which, check na natin yung development length. So, ang development length na kinocompute natin dito ay ito, no? Yan yung nakabaon dito sa footing, which is equal to C minus clear cover. Okay? So, ito yun. That is equal to C minus clear cover. And then, ang required LDB or required development length is ito. Okay? So, general equations for required development length. Pero, ang involved dito na bar diameter is DB1. Okay? Ngayon, ito siya. It is among 4 equations. Ayan. Mapapansin nyo, nakalink siya dito sa diameter of bar 1. Tapos, and then, yan, 300.06 times diameter of bar 1 again. And then, yan, Fy, psi t, psi e, so forth and so on, divided by 2.1 times lambda square root of F prime C. Ngayon, yung 2.1 na yan is actually nakalink dito. Yan, yun. Which is dependent again on the diameter of bar 1. Okay, so, the required development length is 866. Ang actual is 325 only. Kaya, fail. Ibig sabihin, etong nakabaon dito sa footing is kulang. Kaya, i-extend mo yan. Pag ganyan. Para mag-increase lang yung kanyang development length. Okay? Ayan, so increased development length. However, di ko na nilagay dito yung new development length considering yung increase. So, bahala na kayo dyan. And then next is check for shear. Ngayon, dito sa contact between or the line between the stem and the footing, magkakaroon dyan ng, possible na magkaroon dyan ng shear failure. And then, ang shear force would be obviously P1 plus P2, tapos ang resisting shear force would be phi VC. Yan yun. Yan yung shear force contributed by the concrete section. Which now brings us to this equation. So your shear force is 1.6 times P1 plus 1.6 times P2. Ayan. Which is equal to 40.91 kilonewton. And then, yung VC natin, ito, which is defined by 1, 2, 3 equations. Okay, so ayan, minimum of 0.33 lambda squared F prime C, and then 0.17 times this quantity times lambda squared of F prime C. And then, itong beta 1, ito siya. Okay, beta 1 is the maximum of 1,000 divided by C all over C divided by 1,000. Ayan, which is 2.5. And then, ang B sub O niya would be 1,000 or meter strict. So we can, and then ang effective depth D niya is nakalink dito sa effective depth D no dito sa reinforcement, ano, sa ginamit natin sa check ng bakal. Okay, so your phi VC now or shear strength is ito 0.75 times small VC times 1,000 times D na 265. And your allowable is 276, which is greater than VU. So therefore, it is now safe. After that, punta na tayo sa front horizontal temperature and shrinkage bars. And then, ito, front face horizontal temperature and shrinkage bars. This is actually, ito, front face horizontal reinforcement. Mapapansin nyo, ayan o, S sub 2 and then S sub 2 rin dito. Okay. Actually, ito, hindi siya designed as reinforcement. It is designed as temperature and shrinkage bars. Kasi pag sinabi mong designed as reinforcement, ibig sabihin nun, mag-determine ka ng moment, magde-determine ka ng Romax, Romin support, and so on. Pero ang ginamit lang natin dito ay 0.0025. So this is temperature and shrinkage bars. However, dito nilagay ko na lang siya na horizontal reinforcement kasi 20 mm ang ginamit natin. And normally, ang temperature and shrinkage bars ay nasa 10 mm tsaka 12 mm lang. Pero kung since 20 mm na, 16 mm, and then it's okay, nasabihin ko na lang na reinforcement siya. Okay? So, dito, ang required AS niya ay 2/3 times 0.0025 HT, which is this one. Okay? 2 all over 3 times 0.0025 times H times T. And then, ang maximum spacing is based on this AS required. It is based on 450, 2T, and this equation. Ngayon, ang gagamitin nating diameter of bar dito ay, ayun, DB2, which is actually ito. Ayan. Okay? So, that's how you get S max. And then, you compare it with S2 na 130. So, if S sub 2 is lesser than maximum S, then it is safe. After which, dito na tayo ngayon sa stem face horizontal rebars or S3 and DB3. Dito na tayo ngayon, ano? So, back face horizontal temperature and shrinkage bars, your AS required is 1/3. Ayan. Of 0.0025 HT. And then, ang Smax again, the same equation, pero ang gagamitin natin dito ay dB3. Yan. So, nakalink ito ngayon, maximum S dito kay dB3. And then, ang S3 natin ay 200. So, therefore, it is safe again. And then, finally, dito sa dB4 and S4, yan na. Ang kanyang AS required ay 0.0015 times 1,000 of T. And, ang kanyang Smax ay dependent again dito sa AS required, tsaka yung dB4. Ito. Yan. Yung dB4 naman na. Okay, and spacing of dB4 is 180 mm. Next, we now go to design of base. For the design of base, ang kino-consider natin ngayon dito ay yung 3 modes of failure, which is overturning, sliding, tsaka yung bearing. And then yung structural, yung mode of failure number 4, yan yung ginawa natin dito sa design of stem, so forth and so on, and then design of heel, so forth and so on. Okay, so dito sa design of base, same procedure yung ginawa natin sa gravity retaining wall tsaka sa cantilever retaining wall. Okay, so dito, i-compute natin yung mga gravity forces which are W1, W2, W3, and then W4, tsaka yung mga lateral forces which is P1 and P2. So, etong W1, ito yon. So, this is B minus T times capital C times unit weight of concrete. And then, ang X1, that is from the, sige, sabihin natin itong toe, ano? Toe means away from the soil, okay? And then yung heel, yan yung part na laging nasa ilalim ng soil. Okay? Yung toe, again, away from the retained soil. So, ito yung retained soil, okay? So, ang X1, that is again from the toe. So, we have here, you have T plus B minus T all over 2. Take note na ito ang dimension na yan is B minus T. Okay, and then for W sub 2, okay, that is equal to H times T times unit weight of concrete. Oops, sorry, dito pala. Dito tayo, no? So, W sub 2 is H times T. Ayan, times unit weight of concrete. Check ko lang si W1. That is, ayan, correct. And then X1, correct. Ayan. So, this is W2. And then we have X2. Ngayon, si X2 is simply T all over 2. Ayan siya. And then, we have W3. Ito na ngayon yung soil. That is B minus T times H minus C. Ayan. Times unit weight of soil. And then, lastly, yung surcharge, which is W4. And that is surcharge times B minus T. Okay? Ayan. This is surcharge. Okay? Okay, surcharge yan. And then, X4 is T plus B minus T all over 2. And then, next, yung P1 naman. This time, ang P1 natin is full height. Okay? or yung total H, which is, ang gagamitin natin yung 3 meters. So, ang base nung triangle is unit weight of soil times H times K sub A. Tapos, dito naman sa rectangular, ito yung due to the surcharge is surcharge times QA. Yun lang. Now, let us compute the PA or the area of the triangle. So, this is K sub A times unit weight times H over 2. Or this becomes H squared. And then, ang kanyang Y1 is 1/3 of the height. Tapos, yung P2, surcharge multiplied by H times K active. And then, ang kanyang lever arm is H over 2 or that is Y2. Okay, so, eto siya. P1, Y1, P2, Y2. And then, computein natin ngayon yung RM. Ang RM is writing moment. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng forces or moments na nagkokos ng clockwise rotation from taking the toe as the axis. So, that includes W1, W2, W3, W4. And then, ang overturning moment naman, yung magkokos ng counterclockwise rotation is P1 and P2. Okay, so let's take rotation or moment at the toe. So, ang lever arm ng W1 is X1. Lever arm ng W2 is X2. So, going back here, let's say dito, no? So, this is W1 times X1. Then, copy ko lang yan. Paste, paste, paste. Okay, so this is W1, X1, W2, X2, W3, X3, W4, X4. And then, we just total this. Yung apat na yan. That is your writing moment, which is this. Okay? Next. Paano naman natin ngayon masosolve yung overturning moment? So, this is P1 times the lever arm, which is etong Y1. Okay, so P1 times Y1 and then P2 times Y2 and then we just total that, sum this plus that equals 37.05. So, ayan yon. Next is, kunin natin ngayon yung factor of safety. Your Fs is Rm all over OM. Okay? So, factor of safety for overturning moment is equal to writing moment divided by overturning moment. So, that's how we got 3.24. And then, from there, it is greater than 2, therefore, it is safe. Ngayon, kapag less than 2 yan, mag-provide ka ng shear key. Okay, so, or, I mean, kapag less than 2 yan, mag-change ka ng dimensions. Okay? Dito ka palang mag-change ng shear key pala kapag nag-fail siya sa sliding. Sorry for that. Next is, dito na tayo ngayon sa bearing. Sa bearing naman, yung minimum soil pressure mo tsaka maximum soil pressure should not be less than 0 or should not be a negative number. And furthermore, your Q allowable should be greater than F min and F max. So, yan lang yung two conditions dito. Okay, so from there, kailangan natin yung eccentricity E. Dahil alam na natin yung R. Yung R is simply equal to the summation of gravity forces. Ayan o, summation weights. Which is equal to this. Ayan, i-total mo lang yung W1, 2, 3, 4. Tapos, let us now solve for x. X is equal to writing moment minus overturning moment divided by r. And then, i-check natin ito. Dapat, hindi siya lalampas ng b over 2. Ano yung b over 2 na yan? Yung gitna nitong base. Okay? Hindi siya kailangan lumampas dito sa kalahati. Otherwise, magkakaroon ka ng there is a possibility na magkaroon ka ng negative pressure. Okay, so balik tayo. So ito na yung x, Rm minus OM divided by the reaction, and it is less than L over 2. Next is, let us now solve for eccentricity E. Okay, eccentricity E is b over 2 minus x, which is 0.33. And then from there, pwede na nating isolve si minimum tsaka maximum soil pressure. Ayan, so lumalabas na si minimum ay 1.34, so greater than 0. Tapos si maximum is 121. Ngayon, yung minimum, gamitin mo lang itong negative, tapos yung maximum, gamitin mo lang yung positive. So parehas lang ang equation yan. Ito lang ang difference nila. Okay, so ito siya, minimum. Yung negative doon, gawin mo lang na positive. Okay, so, yan. And then, si F maximum is 121 and it is less than your Q allowable. So, therefore, safe siya. And then, for sliding, factor of safety for sliding is mu r divided by P1, P2. Ngayon, factor of safety for sliding is mu r. Nasaan si mu? Ito. Times r. Yan. Divided by the quantity P1 plus P2 and then close. Yan. 1.88, which is greater than 1.75. So, this is okay. Therefore, no need for shear key. Ngayon, kapag less than 1.75 yan, then, you have to change dimension or provide shear key. And then, yung shear key, nandito yan sa bandang last part. Okay? So, we now proceed to design of heel. Okay, for the design of heel, dito sa figure, ito yung heel. Tapos, kanina, dito sa design of base, toe naman yung part na yan. Ay, nako. Anyway, let's just follow this pattern na lang. So, let's say heel ang tawag niya dito. Ngayon, ang kailangan nating i-design dito would be yung rebars na yan, ano? Again, i-design natin to as cantilever beam and singly reinforced beam. Kaya ito yung top bars, it will undergo tension due to the uniform load W2, W1, W3. Ay, W2 being the self-weight of the footing. Okay, so, computin natin ngayon yung W1, which is due to the soil. B minus T, ayan yung width, tapos H minus C, yan yung height, and then unit weight of soil. Okay, so, ito siya. Next, we now go to W2, which is the concrete, ano? So that is C, yung thickness ng footing, and then B minus T again, same width, then multiplied by unit weight of concrete, which is this. And finally, W3, yan yung surcharge load multiplied by the width B minus T. Okay, and then ang MU natin is iisa lang ang kanilang lever arm, which is B minus T all over 2 plus etong T. Kasi dito tayo nag-take moment dito sa dyan, sa part na yan. Okay? And then, i-multiply natin siya ng 1.2. Kaya ito na yung moment M sub U. And then, we proceed to singly reinforced beam. So, meron tayong B, unit meter, unit width again. And then, ang D would be itong thickness ng footing C minus clear cover minus dB5 all over 2. And then, ang AS, this refers to dB5. Okay? Kasi dB5 tsaka S5 ang kailangan natin. And then, ang RU natin is M sub U all over phi BD squared. And then, we have to solve required draw. And then, we have to compare required draw dito sa raw minimum. Otherwise, we have to recompute. Kaya, kailangan nating mag-recompute kasi si required is less than the raw minimum. Which is 4/3 times yan. Okay? Ito yung 0.0039. 0.0035862, which is, ayan, 0.36. Kaya, i-compare natin ngayon si 0.0036 kay actual steel ratio na AS all over BD, and then we compare that with Romax. After which, we proceed to check development length. Dito sa pattern natin, after na-check yung reinforcement, check development length kaagad. So, ang kailangan nating equation ng development length dito, required development length is ganito pa rin, same equation, pero ang kailangan nating bakal dito ay dB5. Okay? So, ang isa-substitute natin na diameter dito is yung dB5. Okay? So, let's check required LDBX. Ayun, doon siya nakalink. And then, ang actual development length nito ay T minus clear cover. Okay? So, ito yung development length, This is T minus clear cover. Kasi, mas critical itong development length kaysa nandito sa ilalim ng footing. Ngayon, if in case mag-fail ito, like in this case, nag-fail yung development length. So, magko-comment siya na increase development length or extend mo siya hanggang dun. Yan. Okay. So, next is we will check for shear. Sa shearing naman, dito mag-o-occur yung shear. So, hindi pala. Dito sa pababa. Okay, yan. Dahil yung weight ay gravity type or W1, W2, W3, kaya ang shear mo is vertical din ang direction. Ayan, pababa. So, ang VU is 1.2 times W1 plus W2 plus W3, which is this. Yan. And then, computin din natin yung allowable shear stress and then yung allowable shear force. At yung B natin ay 1,000 and then yung D is C minus clear cover minus dB5 all over 2. Okay? Which is, ayan, nakalink siya dito. Okay? Ayan, and then, you compare your allowable shear with your actual shear force VU. And then, after that, punta na tayo ngayon sa check for temperature and shrinkage bars, which is this portion. So, ang AS required is 0.0025 times 1,000 C. Okay, and then, dito sa AS required, dyan magbe-base yung maximum spacing. At ang kailangan nating rebar dito ay syempre yung dB yung diameter bar ng temperature and shrinkage. Ito, okay? Or, ang pinag-uusapan natin dyan would be yung TNS bars. Then, we compare that with S sub T. Okay? Yan. Next, punta na tayo ngayon sa design of base shear key.